Revenue allocation and the National Treasury shall verify the financial resources related to the unbundled and delineated functions as identified by IGTRC to form the basis for allocation and transfer of resources through the Division of Revenue Act to the county governments in the 2026-2027 financial year. 3. The county government shall work jointly with relevant state agencies, including IGRTC, to facilitate the acquisition of legal ownership of the transferred fixed and movable assets. Number 4, the proposed intergovernmental relations sector forums regulations shall be amended to provide for the co-chairing of the sector forums by the two levels of government. Subsequently, the two levels of government shall operationalize all pending intergovernmental sector forums by end of January 2026. The Prime Cabinet Secretary shall coordinate with the Speakers of the National Assembly and Senate to intervene to ensure that the stalled Intergovernmental Relations Amendment Bill of 2024 currently before the National Assembly is concluded. Number 6, the State Department for Devolution, the Council of Governors, the IGRTC, and the Office of the Attorney General shall jointly develop the requisite regulations to facilitate the development of the summit report to the National Assembly, the Senate, not to facilitate the development, to facilitate the transmission of the summit report to the National Assembly, the Senate, and county assemblies as provided in Section 10.2 of the Intergovernmental Relations Act, Cap 265F. Number 7, IGTRC shall, within 14 days, coordinate the finalization of all pending intergovernmental participatory agreements on the issuance of bursaries by county governments. The National Treasury, number 8, shall fast-track all the pending disbursements related to the county aggregation and industrial parks and social infrastructure upgrade to facilitate their timely completion and operationalization. Number 9, the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill, seeking to review Section 191A to E of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, shall be withdrawn from Parliament by the National Treasury to pay for further consultations. Number 10, the Ministry of Health and the Council of Governors shall, by the second week of January 2026, develop a framework for provision of maternity services at level 2 and 3 health facilities in the immediate and subsequently. The associated charges shall be charged on the Primary Health Care Fund, PHCF, under the SHA legal infrastructure. Number 11, the Ministry of Health shall review the Persons with Disability Act 2025 on the sections related to exemptions of payment of medical services by persons with disability with a view to harmonize with the existing Social Insurance Act of 2023. Number 12, the existing vendors installation contracts under the National Equipment Support Program, NESP, with zero installation at public health facilities shall be cancelled by the Ministry of Health to allow the issuance of new contracts to new vendors. 13, the National Treasury shall disburse by the third day of every month all the related personnel emolument costs for the county governments to the respective county revenue fund, CRF. The Controller of Budget shall expedite approval of releases to county governments. Subsequently, the county government shall ensure that all statutory deductions are paid out by the 9th day of every month. 14, all stipends of community health promoters, CHPs, shall be promptly paid. Additionally, the CHPs shall be covered under the SHA insurance cover co-financed by the two levels of government on a 50-50 basis, amounting to Kenya shillings 330 per CHP for each level of government. And 15, the Ministry of Health, Public Service Commission, COG, and the National Treasury shall develop a framework for the transition of CHPs to permanent UHC staff, not CHPs. I think there's an error there. UHC staff to permanent and pensionable basis. I'll take that again. Number 15, the Ministry of Health, Public Service Commission, the Council of Governors, and the National Treasury shall develop a framework for the transition of UHC staff to permanent and pensionable basis. That is the end of the communique. I want to add one or two things about the situation of the drought in the country, but before I do that, I want to request the chairperson of the Council of Governors of the Republic of Kenya, who is also the governor for Wajir County, Governor Hamed Abdullahi, to make maybe one or two comments, and then after that we'll speak about the drought, and then we'll end the briefing. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Your Excellency. That statement really suffices. What I just want to say is that we have had a very cordial meeting as the two levels of government, and the resolutions that